Hello everybody, welcome back. So what happened was apparently Take-Two doesn't want anyone to stream the BioShock collection on console. They can't get away with it on PC because capture cards. If I had a capture card, I might have been able to circumvent it, but I don't have that. So I'm not going to do BioShock. Instead, y'all voted for Ace Combat 6, so we're going with the pre-made Ace Combat 6 stream that I had in the works. We're doing the DLC showcase part 2, the Redux. An update from the first DLC showcase I did before, back when my internet was shitty and I wasn't really sure how I was doing this. Now I'm a lot more confident in this and my internet isn't as shitty, so it will look better. Also, we are including the Idolmasters into this. So, there's that. I also did more research, so I know what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and get things underway with Invasion of Samaria. We're only going to be doing the F-16 today, but there's a lot of aircraft. Yes, the Idolmaster will be flown today.
All pilots. Our capital city, Samaria, is under attack by unknown aircraft. Damage
7
from the attacks is widespread throughout the city.
Types
All
of
planes
F-16s.
scramble and intercept.
So we're gonna. I'm not going to do the base plane though, but we're gonna look at the base plane. The base plane. As you can see, it's a very good all-rounder. A decent amount of weapons. We've got the AMRAAMs for the XMA-4, Mark 84 unguided bombs, and our Lord and Savior ACL. Very good starting plane. And as you can see here, we got the nice American air superiority livery here. The Slovakian is... I don't honestly know what real-life country flies this livery. I just assume it's an aggressor of some sort. Then we got this monstrosity, which is the Ace. It's shiny and gold. It's obnoxious, horrendous, and I love it. But the first plane we're going to be using is the Scarface Emblem. If we look at the radar chart, you can see the drastic changes in defense. And numerically, the changes are we have a minus 10 reduction in speed, but a plus 40 to 50 point increase in defense. That's the only changes in this aircraft, other than its livery, which retains the base USAF air superiority gray, but it adds in the Scarface emblem, the low-vis using Allied Forces emblem, and the Port Edwards tailcode.
Garuda team, time to take off.
So without further ado, let us begin the showcase. We don't have time for the cutscene, so I apologize for that.
Talisman and Garuda 2 Shamrock. We are currently in a state of emergency. Our nation is under attack by
you'll be able...
forces. Do whatever you can
is you'll notice the speed reduction's already apparent. Normally, I would already be on top of these bombers. So that speed is you're gonna feel that loss of speed. Not gonna lie, if the F-18F had XMA-4s or XMA-6s. Oh yeah, no. If it had a multi-lock air-to-air missile, I would use it a hell of a lot more than I normally do. In fact, and to reiterate, with this speed reduction, I don't think we'll be able to make it to kill the Rafales or spawn the Rafales in. So that might be an issue. Feel the need for less speed. Wait, what? That's illegal.
The threat level has been reduced. You should be able to hold out against them.
Garuda 1, we've almost got him. Let's do this one plane at a time.
Yeah. It traded a -10 speed for plus 40 to 50 defense. So it traded speed for armor. And the trade-off isn't that bad. But since the F-16 isn't exactly the fastest aircraft to begin with, it's a lot more noticeable.
So those bastards think they can barge into someone's house without even calling first. Unbelievable.
Alright, I don't think we can do it. I think we've passed that mark. So we're gonna just start killing things to increase the support bar for a String and Stomp. But at the end of the showcase, I will give my rankings as to what I believe is the best of each of the DLC aircraft in a particular thing. F-16 gets passed by A-10. It's not that slow. I can guarantee you it's not that slow.
Range targets and run them down.
Start going after more easier praise here.
Garuda 1, Fox 3.
Garuda 1 scored a kill.
And now, I've been wanting to do this for a while, but things just keep coming up. So this will probably be the next A6 series that'll happen for a while. I don't know when it'll be regular, because normally this would be the Thursday one.
Lock on.
But Zinnia's skin mods, you could get the skin, or you could mod the skins, but it wouldn't have the DLC effects that the official DLC planes will have. Which, Sly would consider that to be an improvement. I would consider that to be a detriment in some instances, because a lot of the changes that the DLC gave to the aircraft are supposed to match the ace that the livery is portraying. Like the Scarface ones tend to be a bit heavier because a Merc would value survivability over other things. The Roz Griez also have a straight bonus to their defense because they already lost a wingman and they don't want to lose another.
Enemy plane down.
already at 8 AMRAAMs. Jeez, that's not a lot. I can get away with one more volley, and then I have to save the rest for the Stricken Stomp. Shamrock, have fun. And then the Idol Masters are just tweaked beyond all semblance of recognition just for the memes and lols. Also, they do tend to match the personality of the idol that they're supposed to represent. The Roz Griez didn't need to make the aircraft tankier, just get rid of Nagase. I mean...
Enemy aircraft down.
Fired. This one's mine.
Alright, go get him. Want at least 4 full bars of allied support.
Radar lock.
Watch out! The enemy has a lock on you! Kill confirmed. Time to say your prayers.
Enemy kill confirmed.
Alright, we got 4 full bars. Let's go ahead and kill this Hornet.
I have
As
it!
soon as this... You haven't finished your supper yet, Shamrock? Come on. I know you're better than this. There. Although that missile probably would have killed it. Oh well.
Roger, I've got your back.
Talisman has locked.
Why else did Harling send Nagase to space and try to destroy the space elevator with his feet? 22. That's horrible. Funny, but horrible.
Locking on.
That's what I like to hear. Our Air Force is holding down the enemy. Keep it up. The Estovakian threat level is even lower now. Drive them out of Samaria. I got a stricken team. What's this? Missiles?
Number 3, your radio's down. Number 3, where are you? So what evil cruise missiles just detonated in midair? Half our planes have been wiped off the radar. What the hell was that? Where are they coming from?
Let's give a good look-see.
Enemy cruise missile incoming.
Those are no ordinary cruise missiles. Evade like hell if you want out of this alive.
Hasn't finished his supper. He's savoring the last piece.
What about our city?
God damn it, Nugget!
Samaria. Hey, I'm on your side. Is it your IFF working?
Warning.
All right.
Additional enemy planes have been spotted on
Engage!
radar. You don't want to know how many.
This is Stricken 12. Target acquired. Moving to engage.
There we go!
Stricken leader is hit. Are you alright, sir? Happens. When planners think of what they
Give it dark sense. Hey, I don't mind. But... I'm still gonna call it out. Whoever was in that stricken plane
Ghost eye to all
is
planes.
horrible.
Air
They
defense
let an
command has ordered
F-16
evacuation.
get on their tail and
You've
shoot
been
them
ordered
down
to
with
give up
guns.
Samaria. Break away from this airspace and head west.
There's no way a fighting Falcon should have been able to get on the tail of a flanker
With the order and head west.
and shoot and gun him down.
Listen, it's only temporary. The plan is to withdraw withdraw, meet up with all remaining forces from each area, then regroup for a counterattack. We can't
But I am out of
Follow
AMRAM,
the
so we
order.
gotta head back.
This is
Yeah,
Garuda 1.
this DLC is actually not bad. Or the Scarface Emblem is not a bad choice for the F-16. I do miss some of its speed, but I do honestly think that the defense boost it gives is enough to not
Garuda team, break away from
make this an
airspace and head west.
unusable aircraft. I wouldn't put it at number 1, but if speed isn't necessarily
About to exit the combat zone.
important for
Maintain
you,
your
but
course
defense
west of
is,
airspace.
then Scarface has got you covered. Also, the Scarface Phoenix emblem right there. It's one of my favorites in the entire franchise. I really like that emblem.
Garuda team, you've made it out of the combat zone. Head for the rendezvous point.
I promise we'll be back for you. Just a little
So
longer.
seeing it
I promise.
in A6 is, I really like it. All right. No, it does not.
Because of your valiant efforts
It
on
does
the
not have a
battlefield.
low service ceiling.
But our capital, Grace Maria, has, and our central government has been usurped.
We were
by them
above
as well.
32,000
The nation of
feet.
Henry unanimously adopted a resolution of open war against the federal. The
Ah, nice. All right, so we'll go for this mission again.
Attention, all pilots. Arc damage from all planes. Scramble and intercept all threats immediately.
All right, the next one is the PJ emblem, Crow Team. Increased maneuverability is attained via reductions in armor. If we look at the stats here, we from the base F-16 we get a increase in plus 10 increase in mobility and a plus 5 increase in A to A and a plus 3 increase in air to ground. However, we take a pretty sizable hit to defense, minus 15. Nugget, the reason why the Scarface flanker does is because that is a Type Ace 2, which is supposed to be faithful to the Ace Combat 2 game engine. The Scarface emblem is not. It is more faithful to the Ace himself, not the game he's coming from. There is an F-16 that is a Type 2 or Type Ace 2 that does have that altitude restriction. Anyway, however, we also so we don't have any reductions in armament. We don't have any increases either. But like I said, the increase to offensive capabilities and mobility comes at a decrease in defense. And the F-16 didn't have that much to begin with, so this is rather fragile, which does kind of mirror the Ace it's reflecting. PJ canonically died because of, well, he took a laser to the face. But as a merc, he would have his plane tuned to be a bit more mobile and to be a bit more offensive. So yeah. PJ's sense of justice remains steadfast to the end. Like the others, this is in Air Superiority Gray, but with Valet Air Base, Crow Team, and or Gulm Team and emblems, as well as the Ustian Air Force. So go and grab this.
Garuda team, time to take off.
This isn't a flashy livery, but I do like the little detail of the top of the tail thing.
Goose Tide, Garuda 1 Talisman, and Garuda 2 Shamrock. We are currently in a
And I
state
do
of
like the
emergency.
Crow Team.
Our nation is under attack by unknown forces. Do whatever you can to fend off the invasion.
Garuda 2, roger that. Garuda 1.
Also, you'll notice that we have our speed back.
This is Commander Windhopper of the 15th Squadron. The enemy is expanding its field of attack. Stay alert. Garuda 1, there's too many of them. Use your SP weapon.
We also have a bonus to mobility, which means we'll be able to pull some tighter turns. He didn't have it tuned to actually shoot things down. That's not the fault of his aircraft, that's the fault of PJ. PJ should not have been in the cockpit. He is what we like to call in the business too pure for this world.
We've got an ID on the invaders. We're engaged with the Estovakian military.
The Estovakians? Their economy's been in shambles for years. Looks like they finally snapped.
The Estovakian threat level has
There we
been
go.
reduced. You should be able to hold out against them.
Garuda 1, we've almost got them. Let's do this one plane at a time.
There's the Hornets.
Our runway's being bombed to hell. It's totally useless now. Looks like the stogies are running out of steam. Had enough, boys? Garuda 2, roger that. Enemy tanks have made it to the ground and they're coming at us. Prepare to engage.
Okay, Rafales have been spawned. We can build up our bar now.
Unbelievable. I say we teach him a few manners before we kick him out.
But I actually kind of like this version of the F-16. I do prefer more mobility and speed. Defense is important, but on the higher difficulties, defense doesn't matter as much. So
Garuda team, watch your necks out there. Stick with close-range targets and run them down.
being able to dodge is a little bit more important.
Behind you, Garuda 1. You got company. The enemy's destroyed the bridge.
Fox 2.
I've got a lock. That's it. Let's get this over with quick.
Alright, we can get it over with quick.
Sector E2, you guys take over here. Get him. Get him right once more. Garuda 1, I downed an enemy.
In gun range.
It's so nice to be able to high G again.
Garuda 2 launched missile.
Alright, let's kill these Rafales.
I've got lock on. Careful now. The enemy has you on radar.
There we go, 4 full bars.
All airborne tanks have been destroyed. Ghost Eye, how are things on the ground? We've managed to stave them off so far.
Shamrock
Gotta
went after
stay
the
on top of
tanks.
alert. Roger that.
Yeah, come on. Stupid Rafale.
Fox 2.
I'll take care of this one. Fox 2.
Missile missed its target.
Shamrock just took care of the other one. So now I just got this Rafale left. There we go. Boom! Alright.
The Estovakian threat level is even lower now. Drive them out of Samaria.
As you can see, we can go pretty far up.
What's this? Missiles?
Number 3, your radio's down. Number 3, where are you? Somebody in a cruise missiles just detonated in midair. Half our planes have been wiped off the radar.
What the hell was that? Where's
Yeah.
it coming from?
The gray filter is definitely
Cruise missiles. Evade like hell if you want
makes things a lot more muted. But like I said before, I actually prefer
City. What about Grace Mary?
it to be a little bit more muted because my eyes don't like bright things.
Hey, I'm on your side. Isn't your IFF working?
But I can see and understand why people wouldn't like it as much.
Warning, additional enemy planes have been spotted on radar. You don't want to know how many.
This is Striker 12. Target acquired. Moving to engage. Calling all civilian planes. Grace Mary shall be ours for the taking. Roger. This?
Come on, Strigging.
Striker leader is hit. Are you alright, sir?
Got another one.
My plan was taken quite the hit. Fly like this. Grace Mary is now under our control. All planes return to base. Striker 2, I'm leaving you in charge. Roger, Lieutenant Colonel.
As fun as Strigging stomping is, I think looking back, one of the major narrative flaws,
Defense Command has ordered an evacuation.
gameplay-wise, of A6 is being able to shoot down Strigging in this mission.
Are you out of your mind? We
I
fly without order.
honestly think
Militarily at a huge disadvantage.
Strigging should have been invincible and just started hunting you down.
We're not going anywhere.
Listen. It's
Kind of
only
like
temporary.
in Ace 4
Plan is to
when
withdraw, meet up with all remaining forces in the
Yellow
area,
Squadron first
regroup
comes
for a
in.
counterattack.
They're invincible in Mission
Follow
5
the order.
because you're supposed to run.
This is Garuda 2 to Garuda 1. We really should get out of here.
Which direction are the missiles coming from?
Then honestly, I wouldn't have had him anywhere in Cassette.
Gonna make it.
Having 1 or 2 show up in Silvat, I'm okay with.
Garuda team, you're
Because
about
at
to
least that's
exit
the Onion
combat zone.
mainland,
Maintain your course
but
west
not
to leave the
Cassette.
airspace.
And then I would have had Strigging die for realsies in Mission 9 after you kill the Agaion. The only 2 survivors being Wojciech and Tosha.
Team, you've made it out
And then
of the
have
zone.
Pasternak
Head for the
come in
rendezvous
with
point.
Vampire Team.
Promise we'll be back for you.
and have them jump you in Moloch Desert in Burkitts. And again, you can't kill them, you have to run. And then have the boss battle in Grey Samaria be Vampire in Burkitts and Pasternak in the CFA.
But our capital, Grace Maria,
But without the UAV bullshit.
Anyway,
hey, we got 4 strands, not bad. Anyway, so PJ, I like it, but you'll have to decide if it's up to the player to decide whether they think the cost or that the improvements to mobility and slight improvements to offensive capabilities are worth the hit to defense. The next aircraft changes things dramatically. This is the Type 2, or Type Ace-2 F-16. It's a faithful recreation of the aircraft performance design. It cannot high G turn. It cannot go above 32,000 feet. And it has absolutely no special weapons. On the stat chart, we gain a plus 50 in defense, plus 50 in stability. Or plus 20 in stability, my apologies. And a plus 5 in air to ground, or air to air. But we lose about 10 in mobility, a slight reduction in speed with a minus 3 points, and a massive minus 20 in air to ground. Largely because we don't have bombs and rocket launchers anymore. We also take a hit to our Sidewinders. Normally you get 99, but if you look, we lost 35 of them. We're at 64. Delivery also changed. It's no longer Air Superiority Gray. It is this nice model dappled gray with the using Allied Forces roundel, the Firebird, Port Edwards logo, the or tailcoat, the yellow on the wings, the special, or the, I don't know what STFS stands for at the top of my head, and of course the little arrow thing on the right side of the nose.
Garuda team, time to take off.
Scarface Tactical Fighter Squadron. Okay, thank you, Phoenix. I thought it was... I figured Tactical Fighter Squadron was the TFS, but I thought Scarface, or the first test, was special instead of Scarface. But I didn't want to say it because I wasn't sure. Alright. As you can see, we don't have that drift that a lot of Ace-6 planes have, because that wasn't a thing in Ace-2. But we also have no special weapons. We're also slightly slower, but I don't think we'll notice it too much. But I can guarantee you there won't be that... I don't know if we'll be able to get the or falls to spawn in.
Focus all anti-aircraft fire on those bombers. Don't let them get any closer.
Also, there's no high G turns.
Emergency mode. Grace Marion is currently under attack by unidentified aircraft. The damage apparently extends throughout the entire capital.
Please be safe.
We've got an ID on the invaders. We're engaged with the Estovakian military.
The Estovakians? How do you think they are? The economy's been in shambles for years. Looks like they finally snapped.
But as for the livery, I really like the livery.
Out against them.
I love the high-vis using Allied Forces roundel. I like that the Firebird emblem is on the tail instead of the nose. And I like the arrow on the nose there. I just don't like the fact that there's no SP weapons, and you can't high G turn, and you got a altitude limit.
Unbelievable. I say we teach them a few manners before we kick them out. I've been straight. Calm down and give me a sit rep. Which bridge are we talking about? Nice work.
However, this aircraft will give you a more authentic Ace Combat 2 feel. It's not 100% because you still have the A6 tracking along with wingman controls and allied support, which, by the way, you need in order to make this game actually playable. But
Vessel evaded. Enemy chopper down.
this is also a good aircraft for those that actually like to
Careful now.
push their sanity to the
Vessel on
limit.
radar. Get him. Get right once more. Line is split too. Stand your ground.
See,
Enemy
still have
plane in gun
PTSD.
range.
If you play a 6 and don't use special weapons, there's something wrong with you. Because this game was built with broken SP weapons in mind.
The enemy's destroyed the bridge.
Now what's interesting is, if you do a high G turn, it will still have the same animation in regards to the afterburner still going and your air brakes are popping. But you won't get a high G turn. You'll bleed speed as if you were still... You won't bleed speed at all, actually. And your turn will just be... Your turn will actually be whiter, I think, than if you just use your air brakes.
Okay, Shamrock, roger that. I'm on the attack. All airborne tanks have been destroyed. Ghost Eye, how are things on the ground?
We've managed to stave them off so far, but we've got to stay on constant
Huh, he
alert.
didn't use his AMRAAMs.
Roger that.
Interesting.
That's what I like to hear. Our Air Force is holding down the enemy. Keep it up. The Estovakian threat level is even
Well, I'm glad you
lower
guys
now.
enjoyed
Drive
it.
them out of
I
America.
don't plan on doing anything like that ever again. In fact, my therapist doesn't think I should do anything like that ever again.
What's this? Missiles.
Number 3, your radio's down. Number 3, where are you?
because apparently I have anger issues.
What was that? Where are they coming
Where
from?
I start out at it, like on the anger scale. Most people are baseline 0 to 3. My base is kind of like
Damn it.
7 to
What about our
8.
city? What about Grace Maria?
So it doesn't take me much to get to max rage point. Because I'm starting closer.
Isn't your IFF working?
Warning, additional enemy planes have been spotted on radar. You don't want to know how many.
I'll try for the stomp, but I don't think we'll get many.
Striker 12. Target acquired. Moving to engage. Calling all civilian planes. Grace Maria shall be ours for the taking. Roger.
A large-scale explosion has apparently occurred in midair. No further details as yet. I repeat.
Which direction are the missiles coming from? Right or left?
This is Ghost Eye to all planes. Air Defense Command has ordered an evacuation. You've been ordered to give up Grace Maria. Break away from this airspace and head west.
Are you out of your mind? We can't comply with that order.
We are military
Alright,
at
let's
a
go.
huge disadvantage. Comply with the order and head west.
This is Avalanche. We're not going anywhere.
We don't have the mobility
It's only temporary.
in order to keep up with flankers, especially with no
Forces from each area, then regroup for a counterattack.
Stricken stomp
Can't afford to lose you.
capabilities.
Follow the order.
This is Garuda 2 to Garuda 1. We really should get out of here. Target kill confirmed. That's it, Garuda. Looking good. We're going to sweep an area under the rock. I can't figure these guys out.
Garuda team, break away from this airspace and head west. Garuda team, you're about to exit the combat zone. Maintain your course west to leave the airspace. Garuda team, you've made it out of the combat zone. Head for the rendezvous point.
I promise we'll be back for you. Just a little longer. I promise.
Alrighty.
Reinforcements, stay alert.
Our military, and in response, the Republic of
We got a B, not bad. But no Striggans. I didn't think we'd get Striggans without SP weapons. Okay.
Attention all pilots. Our
The
capital
next
city Grace
aircraft on our list is the Roz Griez Aircraft. Now, the Roz Griez Aircraft, aside from being stunning in black, all the Roz Griez Aircraft share the same changes to their stats. Which reflects how they were run. They get a plus 15 to defense and a plus 10 to stability. And as well as a plus 10 to air-to-air. Or no. I'm sorry, I'm reading something else. Plus 15 defense, plus 10 stability, but a minus 10 to both air-to-ground and air-to-air. Now, as for why they have a minus to offensive capabilities, you can interpret it a couple of different ways. One, they played too cautious because they're focusing more on defending themselves and making sure everyone came back home, that they held back. But I personally like the interpretation that the Roz Griez come from Ace 5 compared to Samaria. Ocean weapons are shit. So it's reflecting the fact that your weaponry is inferior compared to the superior might of Samaria and the religion that is our Lord and Savior RCL. But that's just my personal interpretation. The actual reason why PA decided to give the Roz Griez aircraft a hit to offensive capabilities, I don't know. However, it doesn't alter your armament, so what it means is it takes a little bit longer to lock on, and your lock-on range is a little bit reduced. However, I can tell you this, in gameplay, you will not notice it all that much unless you're specifically looking for it. So, honestly, the Roz Griez aircraft are some of the best, even on the higher difficulties, because you don't take a hit to your mobility, you gain an increase to stability, and you gain a pretty good increase to defense. And black aircraft all look awesome. Yes, you know, all know my opinion on Ace 5's missile tracking. It can
Garuda
bite
team, time to take off.
if it can hit.
They took out King's Bridge! Who's attacking?
Yeah, let's get a nice, good look. Got the Kestrel tailcode there, 16. Roz Griez emblem on the tail.
State of emergency. Our nation is under attack by unknown forces. Do whatever you can to fend off the invasion.
Garuda 2, roger that. Garuda 1, you call the shots.
We're outnumbered.
I think that's actually gonna be, or Sly's gonna be streaming that.
Garuda 1, there's too many of them.
And I was planning on raiding Sly if he, you know, pops on by the time we end. But no, I can't physically join in on DBD because I don't have it, and I don't think my potato can run it. But I will be in the chat. And if Kia is actually streaming, then I will be there.
Planes are attacked by unidentified aircraft. The damage apparently extends throughout the entire capital.
Please be safe.
We've got an ID on the invaders. We're engaged with the Estovakian military.
Cross platform. Yeah. But
Slovakian threat level has been reduced.
I'm gonna be
Be able
honest,
to hold out against them.
I don't think DBD is my kind of game.
One plane at a time.
You're either a survivor and you can't kill anything, or you're a killer who can only kill things by being slow, plotting, smacking somebody, and then placing him on a hook. Give me a goddamn gun. Now the Roz Griez aircraft, each aircraft has a Roz Griez DLC. They have the same stats. It's actually a very good what the hell?
Threat level is even lower now. Drive them out of Samaria.
We didn't even spawn the Hornets?
What's this?
If I had known we must have been just on the cutoff. I would have spent more time killing mirages if that was the case. Jeez. Well, here's how you speedrun.
What the hell was that? Where are they coming from?
Enemy cruise missile incoming.
Those are no ordinary cruise missiles. Evade like hell if you want out of this alive. Damn it! What about our city? What about Grace Maria?
I know, boo. Shut up, Starscream. Let's compare kill counts, shall we?
Hey, I'm on your side. Isn't your IFF working?
And I'll only factor in my Xbox One kill counts instead of my 360 kill counts. And I'll still probably be higher than
Enemy
you.
planes have been spotted on radar. You don't want to know how many.
This is Stricken 12. Target acquired. Moving to engage. Calling all 7 planes. Grace Maria shall be ours for the taking instead of the Stricken team. Roger.
A large-scale explosion
Gotcha, bitch!
apparently occurred in midair. No further details as yet. I repeat.
Stricken leader is hit. Are you alright, sir? Damn it. My plan has taken quite the hit. Why like this? Grace Maria is now under our control.
Boom! Die, Stricken. Ha! Just as he despawned.
This is Ghost Eye to all planes. Air Defense Command has ordered an evacuation.
Alright,
In
that
order
made me
to
feel
give
better.
up Grace Maria, break away from this airspace and head west.
I got stricken kills in actual dogfights instead of,
We are
jumping
militarily
them
at a
all.
huge disadvantage. Comply with the order and head west.
Because we still have AMRAMs, I'm going to take the long way back and
It's only
get some more
temporary.
kills.
The plan is to
I hope
withdraw
you're okay with
remaining
that.
forces from each area, then regroup for a counterattack. We can't afford to lose you. Follow the order.
On Xbox 360 ever since 6 came out. Never got one.
2 to Garuda 1.
I understand, that's why I'm not counting my 360 kills into the comparison. Because I've been playing this game since 2007. If we threw those into the mix, I probably have more kills with those combined than I think Sly does,
Garuda team,
and possibly
you're about
the
to
entire
exit the combat
franchise.
zone. Maintain your course west to leave the airspace.
Possibly. Oh, in 2007.
Garuda team, you've made it out of the combat zone. Head for the rendezvous point.
I promise we'll be back for you. Just a little longer. I promise.
I thought you meant you weren't able to get A6 until A7 came out.
Our
That's my
military
bad.
has escaped destruction because of your but our and unanimously adopted our
Nice. Do you have a A6 nugget?
attack all planes scramble and intercept.
Because if you do, you'll have to tell me what you think of it. Alright. The next aircraft on the list. And he's dead. I'm not dead. Is Windhover. Historic Windhover. I love the livery on this one. It's got that Jolly Roger kind of canopy shadow thing. My 360. by 6 in Assault Horizon. Assault Horizon is fun. Just keep in mind it's not an Ace Combat game in the way it feels. It feels more like Call of Duty of the Air. If you go in knowing that and are okay with that, then you'll love the game. If you go in thinking it's an Ace Combat game and expecting Ace Combat gameplay, you're not going to like it as much. But anyway. Now for the stat differences here. We have a plus 15 to mobility, plus 10 to speed, plus 10 to air, a minus 5 to both stability and defense. So, Harry and the Frogfoot. I think, I don't know if the Harrier is DLC or not. And you won't be able to get the DLC because it's no longer on the marketplace. Just like A6. So no Nosferatu, no Terminator, no Phantom. Everything else is probably okay, but... Oh, your internet bugged out. Okay. But yeah. The Windhover one here sacrifices defense and stability for pretty decent gains in mobility, speed, and air-to-air. This actually feels like a higher, like it's able to punch above its weight class. However, it's still in a lighter weight class, so it can't take much punishment. But with the increase to mobility and speed, this thing can tangle with higher tier aircraft on a more even keel. Sacrificing stability and armor, this aircraft boasts unrivaled freedom of movement. With Daniel Polini as their leader, the American Air Force Eastern Region Air Defense 8th Air Division 15th Fighter Squadron Windhover supports the Garuda team in their battle against Estavakian forces. However, it's still got Garuda team markings with the 28. I don't like the fact that it does, but I mean, I didn't like the fact that 0, all the liveries have 16. So, yeah. Why do you hate me, Starscream?
Garuda team, time to take off.
I actually kind of feel bad.
They took out Kane's bridge.
Mainly because I don't know if that's a joke or not. If it's a joke, then okay. Oh well. Okay, so I guess it is a joke. I have I have a lot of problems deciphering jokes through text only. Part of the autism. Yeah, he's probably poking the bear. It's hard sometimes for me to figure out when he's doing that and when he's not.
There's too many of them. Use your SP weapon.
All ships to terminate enemy forces over the bay.
Oi, laddie.
For battle.
But if you notice, the lack of stability means this aircraft is a lot more floaty, but there's a lot more turning. However, we do suffer a high G lock.
Please be safe.
We've got an ID on the invaders. We're engaged with the Estavakian military.
The Estavakian.
I know I hate me sometimes.
The Estovakian threat level has been reduced. You should be able to hold out against them.
Garuda 1, we've almost got them. Let's do this one plane at a time.
Alright, there's the Hornets. But I don't think we'll be able to get the falls. So we're just gonna go ahead and rack up kills here.
Enough, boys. Enemy tanks have made it to the ground and they're coming at us. Prepare to engage. So those bastards think they
No, I really love the Windhover livery here. Or
I say we teach
DLC aircraft.
before we kick them out.
You are a glass cannon, and if you get, even on normal difficulty, a couple missiles are enough to do you in. But it's a lot harder for enemies to hit you. And you can maneuver with higher tier aircraft, like flankers, a lot easier.
Ground war is taking place in the East District. We strongly urge all citizens of Grace Area stay indoors at this time.
Okay, Starscream, I believe you, I believe you. My people's skills aren't the best.
Stick with close-range targets and run them down.
You don't waste any time. Nice kill.
Missile evaded.
Best Perca. I hate flying Perkins so much. There you go.
We have radar lock on.
Hold on.
I'll take care of this one.
Those paratroopers? Huh. Or are those guys, the ejected pilots?
Careful now. The enemy has you on radar.
Enemy down.
There's a bandit tailing you. Break off.
Okay. Die, Hornet!
Careful now. The enemy has you on radar. All airborne tanks have been destroyed. Ghost Eye, how are things on the ground?
We've managed to stave them off so far, but we've got to stay on constant alert.
Roger that.
There you go. Well, yes, the waifu skin will be shown. We are doing Idol Masters.
Talisman has locked on.
Yeah, I know Nugget.
Watch out! The enemy has a lock on you!
Why? Damn it, I thought you... Starscream, you liked the Idol Masters. We're gonna be showing the Idol Masters in this series. No, we're doing it in Grace Samaria to compare.
Kill confirmed. It's Garuda 1.
That's what
Just fly right in my gun, okay.
The Slovakian threat
Dumbass.
level is even lower now. Drive them out of Samaria.
Igon to Strigan team. We are prepared to launch. Strigan leader to Igon. We will commence mission operations once your delivery is complete. Attention all aircraft. We are ready for Nimbus launch. Begin the countdown. Booster ignition complete. Launch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fire!
It's like you missing Sea of Thieves.
Engage the enemy at will following Nimbus impact. Finish them off.
Alright.
What's this? Missiles?
Number 3, your radio's down. Number 3, where are you? Somebody in a cruise missile
There we go.
just dead in midair. Half our planes have been wiped off the radar.
What the hell was that? Where are they coming from?
Enemy cruise missile incoming.
Those are no ordinary cruise missiles. Evade like hell if you want out of this alive.
Damn it! What about our city? What about Grace Maria?
This is the west sector of the old quarter. What the hell was that?
Find it later.
Hey, I'm on your side. Isn't your IFF working?
Come on, Strigan, where are you? I want to stomp you.
Warning,
There you
additional
are.
enemy planes have been spotted on radar. You don't want to know how many.
This is Strigan 12. Target acquired. Moving to engage. Strigan. Sorry to keep you waiting. Commencing it. What's happening here? 2 of our planes have been shot down. They seem to be more skilled than I imagined. Leave these fighters to me.
See what I mean about being able to turn with the flankers?
Strigan leader is hit. Are you all right, sir? Damn it. My plane has taken quite the hit. I couldn't fly like this. Grace Maria is now under our control. All planes return to base. Stay at home. And maybe you in charge. Roger, Lieutenant Colonel Belichick. Roger, command from here. Hope you make it, sir.
This is Ghost Eye to all planes. Air Defense Command has ordered an evacuation. You've been ordered to give up Grace Maria. Break away from this airspace and head west.
As long as there's an intact bridge in Grace Mary, there'll always be a Marian Pride.
We are militarily at a huge disadvantage.
Ah,
Fly
yeah.
with the order and head west.
Grace Mary, the city of bridges.
We're not going anywhere.
Listen, it's only temporary. The plan is to withdraw, meet up with all remaining forces from each area, then regroup for a counterattack. We can't afford to lose you. Follow the order.
This is Garuda 2 to Garuda 1. We really should get out of here.
Which direction the missiles coming from? Right or left?
Garuda team, you're about to exit the combat zone. Maintain your course west to leave the airspace.
We're going underground. Hurry!
Garuda team, you've made
Bing.
it out of the combat zone. Head for the rendezvous point.
I promise we'll be back for you.
Now, I really like this aircraft,
Promise.
and in a capable pilot's hand, this is one of the best versions of the F-16. You can do well with this, even in the higher difficulties. Yes,
Our
Starscream?
military has escaped destruction because of your valiant, but our capital, Grace Maria, has been temporarily and our, the unit are the Attention all pilots. Our capital city, Samaria, is under
Why
attack
is
by
Moxie
unknown
always
aircraft.
negative?
Damage from the attacks is widespread throughout the
Because
city.
he has low self-esteem. If you're referring to the Hello Boss one. Anyway, so the last aircraft on the list is the Idolmaster, Mami Futami. Now, hold on, let me check something to pop it up. I'll be right back with you. Yes, the waifu. Yeah, the Idolmaster, as you can see, the stat chart is way different. And if you look at the weapons, wow, holy crap. Something you should know about the Idolmaster aircrafts. The weapon counts reflect the Idol's quote-unquote measurements in centimeters. The standard missile is the height. The first three SP weapons are bust, waist, and hips. The circumference, that is. And yeah, the vital statistics. And if there's a fourth special weapon, like in multi-rolls, that fourth one is the weight in kilograms. So yeah, fun times. Hold on. Landlord's asking about the roofers, how they did. Any hoozlebees. Also, each aircraft has been given a quirk reminiscent of their idol. Hello, Scry. Hello, Kyo. Welcome back. You're just in time for the final DLC aircraft of the F-16. The waifu plane. Yeah. Each Idolmaster is given a quirk reminiscent or reflective of the idol's personality. But as you can see, the stats, we got plus 30 in defense, plus 50 in mobility, plus 20 in speed, plus 50 in air-to-air, plus 30 in air-to-ground, plus 50 AIM-9 Sidewinders, plus 34 AIM-120 AMRAAMs, plus 23 Mark 84 bombs, and plus 57 LAU-68D rocket launchers. All of this at the cost of minus 50 stability. We have almost no stability left. And this contributes to the quirk. This thing will lock you into rolls. And I will demonstrate once we get into the actual mission. But basically, once you start rolling the aircraft, you will keep spinning until you either go the other way or you wait it out. But yeah, so It's fun if you're just doing it for the memes and the lulz, but if you're actually trying, this can get annoying real quick. Also,
Garuda team, time
like
to
all
take off.
Idolmasters, the missile trails have they're colored. This time they're yellow. Yeah, I will go ahead and let the opening cutscene play for this. Just because it's funny.
They took out King's Bridge. Who's attacking? What the hell is going
Because real pilots fly with anime waifus on their planes.
I want a damage assessment now. We've taken extensive damage from those bombers, including a number of civilian casualties. What's going on with the bombers?
Oh no, we want waifus. Just think how the Stovies feel getting shot down by that monstrosity.
Garuda 1, you are cleared for
The last thing they see is a winky face.
do what you always do. Garuda 1 liftoff. Cerberus team runway clearance granted. Takeoff when ready. All aircraft under Airborne Command's jurisdiction following takeoff. This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill.
Airborne warning and control system ghost eye to all scrambling defense craft. The situation has not yet been ascertained. We must implement an emergency reformation. Follow your individual instructions. Garuda 1, you do not have a wingman. Let's see. Shamrock. Shamrock, are you alone too? Very well. As of now, you're Garuda 2.
Sorry, it's just...
Okay.
Yeah, apparently Mommy Futami is a bit of a prankster.
I'm Garuda 2. Garuda 1, I've got your back. No time for introductions now, though. Go ahead and I'll follow your lead. Never was
29, 20, 30 is the vital statistics in inches.
Hostile aircraft above Grace Samaria.
Petite girl. Well, yeah, I mean, she doesn't look that big. And the F-16 is a rather small aircraft.
upon us.
Yeah, so yeah, here is the spinning. I'm not holding on to the stick.
Ghost Eye to Garuda 1, Talon
Whee!
Garuda 2, Shamrock. We are currently in a state of emergency. Our nation is under attack by unknown forces. Do whatever you can to fend off the invasion.
Garuda 2, roger that. Garuda 1, you call the shots.
I need backup. I repeat,
Not even pulling up on the stick will stop the spin.
The 15th Squadron. The enemy is expanding its field of attack. Stay alert.
Garuda 1, there's too many of them. Use your SP weapon.
All ships determining enemy forces over the bay. Get those anti-air guns ready for battle.
Yeah.
Focus all anti-aircraft fighters and spotters.
Fear the spinning Garuda. Fear us. Too much rolling even for you. Whee! Yeah, it can be fun on the easier difficulties, but on the harder difficulties, or if, say, you're close to the ground, you're going to crash.
We've got an ID on the invaders. We're engaged with the Estovakian military.
It can also throw you into a missile if you're not careful.
Looks like they finally snapped. So launch, crash, and burn.
The Estovakian threat.
Our nation is under attack. Meanwhile, the funny pilot doing some shit.
Garuda 1, we've almost got them. Let's do this one plane at a time.
Kaboom! Fear the tsundere. I don't know if she's a tsundere. I know she's a prankster. I've never played the Idolmaster, so I don't know.
Don't let any of them get by. Some of those bastards think they can barge into someone's house without even calling first.
Unbelievable. I say we teach them a few manners before we kick them out.
Look at the yellow missile trails. Looks great. Yep, yep, yep. Ah! Fuck. Baka! Take this missile, Baka! Stupid Stovey. Get in the fighter jet, Stovey.
Garuda team, watch your necks out there. Stick with close-range targets and run them down. Missile strike confirmed.
You have guns like their enemy that can shoot pink bullets in Modern Warfare? Nice. Real men fire pink guns. And why do you ask? Because pink guns still kill people.
Talisman has locked
They do
on.
their job just as well as they are if they were standard color. And real men don't care about that. All they care about is the firepower. Is that a euphemism, Raz? No. It's practicality.
Careful now. The enemy has you on radar.
Somebody hands me a pink gun, I'm not gonna say no, it's pink, I'm not gonna shoot this. A pink gun will defend me just as well as a black one will. Or a metal one, or whatever you want to call it. Couldn't resist that. Fair enough. Yeah, Scarface right. Pink guns are still guns. They do their job. If you need to defend yourself, a pink gun will do it just as well as a normal one. Which is why real men will still fly aircraft with anime waifus on them. Because they still get the job done. Although I do like how the Idolmaster planes have their own personalities. Whee! Roz Griez Aircraft. It's not like I like you, Baka.
All airborne tanks have been destroyed. Ghost Eye, how are things on the ground?
We've managed to stave them off so far, but we've got to stay on constant alert.
Roger that.
I somehow managed to evacuate everyone. I just hope they don't drop a bomb on us.
Waifus are just half the fun of flying. Just look at the IRL nose. I know, right?
Careful now. The enemy has you on radar.
Well, I tend to worry when people aren't clipping things from the stream. It means that they're not having fun. I may not like everything that gets clipped, but it's audience engagement, and as long as you guys are having fun with it, then it's okay. Ah! Get back here! Notice me!
Roger. Heading over to engage the enemy. Watch out! The enemy has a lock on you!
Get back here, we have underwing. Yes, we do have underwing pandas.
Kill confirmed.
One thing that I do kind of like about the corkscrew, you can actually dodge missiles that way. It takes a bit of doing, but I've dodged some things I didn't think I'd be able to because I got caught in a roll lock. And then I laughed my ass off and crashed because
Enemy has a lock on you. Lock on. Garuda 2 launched missile. Incoming missile. Break. Scored a kill.
Fox 2. What command?
Garuda 1, Fox 3. Enemy aircraft downed.
bam. Alright, let's kill the last helicopters. Let's get this over with because I'm getting a little nauseous here. Tundere Talisman has a lock on.
Shamrock. Roger that.
That's what I like to hear. Our Air Force is holding down the enemy. Keep it up.
The Estovakian threat level is even lower now. Drive them out of Samaria. What's this? Missiles?
Woo! Nimbus!
Number 3, your radio's down. Number 3, where are you? Some multiple cruise missiles just dented in midair. Half our planes have been wiped off the radar.
What the hell was that?
There we go.
Where are they coming from?
Hail hydrate.
Cruise missile incoming.
Those are no ordinary cruise missiles. Evade like hell if you want out of this alive.
Damn it! What about our city? What about Grace Maria?
What the hell was that?
Hey, I'm on your side. Isn't your IFF working?
The Frass had an enemy named
Warning,
Envy
additional
Talisman
enemy
Jan.
planes have been spotted on radar. You don't want to know how many.
This is Striker 12.
Sick 'em, boys!
Moving to engage. Calling all civilian planes. What's happening here? Two of our planes have been shot down.
Pulling all string plays.
They seem to be more skilled than I
Did it.
imagined. Leave these vipers to me. Releasing me off.
God, you have to feel sorry for
Cut above.
an ace who gets shot down by
This is Ghost Eye to
a
all
waifu
planes.
plane.
Air Defense Command has ordered an evacuation. You've been ordered to give up Grace Maria. Break away from this airspace and head west.
Are you out of your mind? We can't comply with that order.
We are militarily at a huge disadvantage.
Imagine that F-16 flying around one of these days.
This is Avalanche. We're not going anywhere.
Listen, it's only temporary. The plan is to withdraw, meet up with all remaining forces from each area, then regroup for a counterattack. We can't afford to lose you.
Oh god.
Follow the order.
This is Garuda 2 to Garuda 1. We really should get out of here.
Hit me now, suckers!
Are you alright, sir? Damn it. My plane was taking quite the hit.
You spin me right round like a record. Right round.
Roger, Lieutenant Colonel Checking. Roger, command from here. Hope you make it, sir.
That stringer's like, God damn it, I can't keep up with him. I'm
Maintain
gonna-
your course to leave the airspace. Garuda team, you've made it out of the combat zone. Head for the rendezvous point.
I promise we'll be back for you. Just a little longer.
Oh no.
I promise.
Sorry, Starscream. But we're pretty much done with the stream anyway, so. Okie dokie.
Our military has escaped destruction, but are once are in the
Alright, so. We're gonna get back into the hangar just so we can look at the planes and I can rank them. We spin for freedom. We spin for waifus. All right, so out of the 7 individual stat blocks for the F-16, here are my rankings. Bottom of the list is the Idolmaster. Now, before you get into a hissy fit, I love the personality, I love the design, and I love just how much firepower this Idolmaster brings to bear. But this Idolmaster is very annoying to fly because it's hard to do it or make it fly the way you want. It's hilarious. Don't get me wrong. But it gets old real fast. Which is why... Damn idiot. Which is why it's at the bottom of the list. It is a joke plane. A good joke plane, but a joke plane nonetheless. Nothing against the idols themselves, but this one's too much of a prankster for me. Yeah, 0 stability. It literally has 0 stability. You can't really fly it reliably, which is why it's down at the bottom. Number 6 is the Type Ace 2. Again, this is another one where I love the livery. I hate plane itself because of its stats. This one has a lot of negatives going against it. It's got no SP weapons, a reduced Sidewinder load, a reduced altitude ceiling, and no no special weapons whatsoever, and no high G turning. The only reason why this is number 6 and not number 7 is because I can actually fly this piece of shit. I can fly it reliably. I have more fun with the Idolmaster, but this is a more reliable aircraft. And if anything, I value reliability over anything else. But it was a very close determination which one gets the bottom seat and which one doesn't. And just the reliability of the actual flying bumped this one up over the Idolmaster. Another suffering stream. No SP weapons. Yeah. Never, Nugget. Never. I'm not doing an F-16 Scarface challenge. Screw that noise. Number 5. The base Samaria. This one's nothing special. It's a good starter plane, but I don't really have anything great to say about it. It's nearly a jack of all stats, master of none. Make Sly do it. He has the DLC on Zinnia. We can make him do it. But I wouldn't wish that challenge on anyone. So even if that is a community challenge at some point, I will never contribute to it. Anyway, base Samaria, well, base Samaria, Slovakia, SP, all of them, they're nothing to write home about. They get the job done. They have a good balance of SP weapons. It's a perfectly good starter plane. And if this was dumped into any other Ace Combat series, it would probably be mid-tier, a mid-tier aircraft. But as it stands, it's the bottom of the barrel. But in a game with broken SP weapons. So, number 4 is the Scarface Emblem. I mark points down off of it because the livery is too plain. I also mark points off of it for its reduction in speed. However, it's tanky, which means early on in the game, especially on the medium or low difficulties, this thing will absorb damage, and it's like Honey Badger don't give a shit. On the higher difficulties, though, that reduction in speed is going to kill you. Which is why I can't place it any higher than 4th. 3rd, PJ. I like the fact that it gives some good boosts to mobility and air-to-air and air-to-ground. I don't like that it takes away so much defense, especially on an aircraft that doesn't have much to begin with. But it's a overall great aircraft. And even on higher difficulties, this, because of the boost to mobility, you will be able to evade things easier than the base aircraft can. Just don't get hit, because if you do, you die. And I can't say anything about the livery because this is basically exactly what the livery looks like in Ace Zero. It's a 1-to-1 comparison. I think it's kind of plain, but it was plain in Zero, so it's faithful. Number 2 is the Roz Griez Aircraft. It does have a reduction in air-to-air and air-to-ground, but it makes up for that in a bonus to stability and defense. And I'm going to be honest, I've never actually noticed the reduction in air-to-air and air-to-ground. And I've played with this aircraft a lot. So this is a very good choice. Not gonna say. It's also, I can't fault the Roz Griez livery. Black aircraft just looks sexy. I don't care who you are, it just looks great. So yeah, this is the second best Fighting Falcon in the game, in my opinion. But the best one goes to the Windhover. It has an increase in not only mobility and speed, but also air-to-air. And you can notice that one. You lock on a lot faster and the missiles track better. You do take a penalty to defense and stability, but the defensive penalty is not as bad as the PJ one, and the stability can actually work in your favor if you know how to use it. Amen to that, referring to the sexy black aircraft. But I've had the most fun flying a Falcon flying the Windhover. Also, the livery has top marks. It takes the standard air superiority gray and makes it pop with the tail emblem of the red swallow, the black and red highlights on the wings, and I love that cockpit shadow patch there. So the best F-16 went over. I don't know when we'll be doing a 6 DLC showcase. I think what I might do is I'll have it Mondays every other Monday. So next week we'll be back to Zombie Army, and the week after that will be a 6 DLC showcase and just alternate. Slide's getting set up. Awesome. But preview for the next run, or next time, we'll be doing the Mirage. I'm not sure exactly what mission. Redeem the guy the raid. Sly. As soon as it pops up, we might have to stall a little bit for time. But preview for next time, we've got the base Samaria, the base Slovakia, and the SP Slovakia. And then we have 5 DLC aircraft to show off. The Scarface Emblem, the Roz Griez, the Experimental, the Advanced, and last but not least, the Mirage has an idle master of its own. Alright, Starscream, take care. Yeah, if you want to stall for time until Sly actually gets on, we technically didn't fly the base F-16. We can do that if you want. If you're okay with that. At least until Sly gets his lazy ass on stream, or on air. Oh. He actually might... He just sent out the announcement. So let's make sure he's actually on. And then we'll dump that. If he's not... Oh yeah, he's on. He's on. So we will go... I'll go ahead and dump... Or give you guys over to him. Raid message will be... I just did refresh. Raid message will be as soon as I get the things up. There's your raid message. Because I know he'll love it. Alrighty. Yep, we are raiding Sly, Sovereign. Thank you all for joining me. Next week, tomorrow, hopefully, will be Infamous Second Son. Next week, Wednesday, Borderlands 2. Thursday, off. Friday, A7 Strigan. Saturday, Mass Effect 2. Next week, Monday, Zombie Army. And we are raiding. Raid is launching. I will see you all hopefully tomorrow, if the roofers allow it. But thank you all for joining me, and may the Golden King smile upon you.